A whopping 90% of people that start dropshipping actually fail. But the question is, why is that? On social media, it's painted out to be so easy. There's teenagers driving around in Lambos, flexing vacations and watches. And then you think to yourself, that's simple. I can do this myself. If a 17-year-old can, why can't I do it too? And then you try it for a week and you end up making 0 sales. And then you just claim that it didn't work. I'm here to be honest with you, that is completely your fault. The mindset that you have from watching these short form videos and people flexing has completely skewed your perception of running an online business. If you go into something with the intention of it being extremely easy, your mind is now already wired to allow you to quit when it gets a little bit tough or you hit a road bump. I'm here to help you switch this mindset and actually set you up for success. I've been in this space for over 6 years now, running multiple stores, generating 6 and 7 figures. I even have the Shopify plaque right there that they sent me for 100,000 orders. It's safe to say I have a lot of experience in this space of e-com and digital marketing. And in this video, I'm going to cover the most common reasons that I see people fail who start dropshipping and exactly how to avoid these mistakes. That way you can hopefully be a part of that top 10% who succeed. Enough said, you get the point of this video. Let's get right into it. By far the biggest issue that I see right off the bat with anyone that's starting dropshipping is product selection. Usually beginners find products that kind of suck because they're going on this perception of it has to be unique, really complicated or tech heavy, or the fanciest beauty product on the market right now. The problem with this is that they have no idea how to explain the product properly to the audience that they're trying to hit. A perfect example of this that I see almost every single day is this website right here. They're selling this product with a lot of LED features and functions, right? But if you take a quick look at their website, you can see the main features here are 630 nm red light therapy, micro vibration. All of these things are just the features and the tech specs of the product. I don't even know what 630 nm means. Like, that means absolutely nothing to the consumer. 360-degree rotating head design. It's like, okay, great, but what does the product actually do? How is it going to benefit me, the consumer of the product who's potentially going to buy this? I have no idea what this means. Why do I need this? And I get it, right? Like, if you're a beginner, you're looking for products that are unique or have this cool tech feature on it, or you might find one that's like, oh, this one's super crazy unique and no one's ever sold it before. It's going to be a winner. But the truth is, just because the product is unique or cool does not mean people are going to purchase it from you. The product is not going to sell itself. And why I think a lot of beginners go towards this route is because of the popularity of buzzwords like winning products. Like, you have to find this magical unicorn product that no one ever has seen before. Now, most of the time, if you've got this mindset going into it, you're going to be looking around for the most tech savvy new product. But in reality, the trick is not just finding this unique product. It's about creating unique appeal in a product through smart marketing. And that's what all of the top dropshippers are. That's like the Jordan Welch, the Sebastian Escueda, and me personally have done. Now, take the example of Zima Dental. I've talked about this before if you've watched my channel. Definitely my favorite marketing angle right now in product and the way that they spun it. So the product, if you haven't seen it before, is just a jewelry cleaner. The ones that are like supersonic and they vibrate at 1,000 pulses a second or whatever the tech specs are. That's the basis of the product, right? It just shakes the dirt out of your jewelry. But Zima Dental saw this product and took a different angle and spin on this. They said, hey, we're going to use this product that is traditionally for jewelry and watches, and we're going to actually use it for retainers, right? Because retainers get disgusting, they're dirty, they carry bacteria, all of these things, right? So it's like, let's just take this product, slap a marketing angle on it for only for retainers, market it that way, run our ads that way, back it up with some science or some dentists that can back us up. And that's how we're going to sell this product. And on top of that, then they can sell tablets to help clean your retainer, right? Like the little Alka-Seltzer things. That is the most important thing about looking for winning products. It's not looking at the product for what it is exactly. It's how can I slap on unique marketing angles onto this product to make people actually resonate with it and want it. So how do you master this skill of finding these unique marketing angles rather than winning products? Now, the answer, or an analogy of the answer, is to think like Mr. Beast. So when him and his team actually pick out the videos that they're going to get done and complete, they start with an idea or a thought around the video, and if they can't think of a compelling thumbnail, they're just going to trash the video altogether. That's how important thumbnails are for YouTube. If you can't create a good thumbnail, people aren't going to click on your video. It's the exact same thing in dropshipping. It's marketing angles being the thumbnail and the product just being the video. So you have to ask yourself this when you're looking at products. Can you think of strong marketing angles to support this product? Can you think of unique ones? Can you think of ways that it hasn't been done before or marketed in this way, or actually just hit a completely different product altogether like Zima Dental? Simply put, marketing angles are just ways that you can position your product to a new or niche audience. Moral of the story here is the more marketing angles that you can come up with the product before you test it, the higher chance of success that you have. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is mindset. If you're getting into dropshipping because you think you're going to make a quick buck or have a Lamborghini next week, it is probably not the business model for you. You should probably just go to the casino. And if you don't have an attention span even to watch this video fully, it's also probably not for you. Dropshipping requires focus, understanding of the learning curve, and acknowledging how you'll hit road bumps along the way and failures, but pushing through those. It truly is all about how you can push past all of the negatives that are thrown your way when creating any business. Another analogy is if you work out for a week, you're probably gonna see little to no results. If your goal is to look jacked, would you quit after a week? No, you definitely wouldn't, right? You know how the process works. You know it takes time to build muscles. It's a lot of consistency. Have you ever talked to someone in your life that you find successful monetarily wise, or they own their own business, and they've said, yeah, it was super easy for me to start this and now I'm rich? No, you definitely haven't, besides maybe someone that just bought a meme coin and it just pumped up and they got lucky. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about building a sustainable business. You need to understand that being a sole owner in a business, you need to play multiple roles and multiple hats within that business. In the beginning, you are the web designer, you're the financial team, you're the marketing team, you're the fulfillment team, you are literally everything, and you're doing it all by yourself. And each of these high income skills that you're going to be learning while you're starting your e-com or dropshipping store will definitely take time. Some are going to come quicker to you than others because maybe you're good at web design. Others, like digital marketing, for example, you might struggle to master. And that's completely fine. That's a part of the learning process. Which leads me into my next topic, which is not having enough volume. It truly is one of the most important things that online entrepreneurs say all the time, like Alex Hormozi or Iman Gadzhi. They say things like, whatever you do, you need to do more of it. Most dropshippers, when they start off, focus on the inputs rather than the outputs. I remember I was doing some coaching one time for a client and I asked them what they did for the day, and they spent 12 hours creating a video ad. And I'm thinking to myself, you spent 12 hours perfecting this video ad? You don't even know if the product works. You don't even know if your angle's good yet. You don't even know if your website looks great. Why are you wasting so much time on this one element when there's a ton of different puzzle pieces that you need to be tackling as well? You can't just put all of your eggs in one basket and all of your focus on one thing. It's going to take forever to launch your brand. Now, this doesn't mean to half-ass things or put things out that are poor quality, but just make sure you have in mind what outputs you actually created for the day. Given the time that you spent on each of them, you need to allocate your time accordingly to actually move the needle and push out your product and brand. Now, the quote about volume also moves into testing as well. With anything social media related, you need to gather a large enough sample size of people that have seen your advertisement. That way you can actually look at the data and see what is performing the best. I see too many people putting in $50 into Facebook ad spend and they don't get any sales and they just claim, the ad didn't work or the product sucks. And they just quit instantly and move on to the next thing, and that's just not how it works. The first time you run an ad, maybe nothing happens. But you have the metrics now and the data to make educated decisions moving forward. For example, let's say you run a Facebook ad and you spend $200 and it generates 0 results. You might think you wasted your money, but you truly didn't. What you actually did was buy insight and data into the market that you're trying to penetrate. Maybe the click rate was high and the audience was really interested in the ad and it was a fantastic ad, but when they went on your website, it was really ugly or the price was too high. How would you ever have known that if you didn't pay for that traffic to come onto your website? And you need a large enough sample size to make this decision. Dropshipping is really like completing a puzzle. Each piece needs to fit together to create the full picture. Every time you receive data back or inputs or any indication that something is or is not working, is morphing those puzzle pieces together until they all finally fit. And the puzzle pieces can be anything from your website and the way it looks and how converting it is, to your advertisements. Can you improve them? Was the click-through rate low? These are the pieces that you need to morph together, and the only way that you can do this is by generating volume. Now, the next reason I see people fail is that they have a poor supply chain. It's just another piece of the puzzle, but it's an extremely important one. Once you start making sales and everything's running smoothly, your ads are going great, you got a great product, great upsell, people are purchasing from you, you need to ship out that product. A lot of people just forget. They focus so much on making their first sale or making money that they forget that they actually need to fulfill the product. And people just kind of put that on the back burner and they don't really care about their supplier. They're like, hopefully this guy from China is actually going to send it out in time and it's going to get there and it's not going to be broken. They just don't really care because they're so focused on the revenue. But if you go about that, it is not going to end well for you. It's going to be a crash and burn store. Even if you generate $100,000 in your first month, but you have a terrible supplier and the products are arriving broken or in 3 months time, you're going to have to deal with returns, disputes. You're probably going to lose a lot of that revenue that you generated. It just turns into a complete nightmare. So you can't just focus only on generating revenue. You have to supply the product and provide a good service. And finding a good supplier can take a really long time, especially if you're looking on Alibaba or AliExpress. It's just really, really hard to communicate efficiently on there and actually get what you're looking for. And so, of course, I've got the solution for you. And the solution is Zendrop. It's a US-based company that has conquered the dropshipping and e-commerce market by supplying and fulfilling orders for millions of people. So on Zendrop, you can look look for your products on here, one click add them onto your store. They've got filters on here like ships from US or China. And what's really great about the ones that are supplied by Zendrop is they get all under 10-day shipping time, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Zendrop is pretty different compared to the competitors out there because they actually own their own warehouse, therefore own their own supply chain, which makes it so much easier for you because you don't have to think about that at all. You know you've got a guaranteed great supplier, and their customer service is great. So if there's any issues with an order, or you need a return or anything like that, they got it all covered for you. You don't have to deal with that. And what's really cool about Zendrop is they take it to the next level. So once you establish your dropshipping store, they still want to service you as an e-com brand. They've got things like branding where you can actually private label your products to make you more of an established brand and help you grow. They've also got bundles and boxes. So if you want to ship out a Valentine's Day bundle or box, they can ship it all in the same box. And you can get custom boxes, subscription boxes. They can handle all of that stuff, which a lot of other suppliers out there cannot do. So Zendrop is really my go-to and trusted supplier. I recommend every beginner and established e-com brand use it. They just make it so much easier, and it's great that they're US based. And of course, I do have a discount code if you want to use it. You get $200 in product cost credits. So when you make your first couple sales on your products and you need to pay the supplier to ship them out, you get $200 in credits to do that. So all of your first orders are going to be essentially free that you're shipping out. You also get 50% off all the premium plans if you want them. Definitely my number one recommendation in terms of a supplier. So if you want that offer, check it out in the description down below. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is kind of cliche, but I really want to mention it still, and it's to never give up. Like I stated in the rest of this video, it does take time. There is a learning curve, and you're probably going to hit a lot of road bumps and a lot of failures and tested products and tested angles before you find that one that actually works for you. I was working on my store for 3.5 months, breaking even, making $0 profit before I finally turned profitable by adding a unique marketing angle. But imagine if I gave up within a week because it didn't work right away. I would have missed out on such an amazing opportunity that allowed me to quit my 9-to-5 job and live the life that I really wanted to. You're going to face setbacks. You're going to face struggles. Overall, there's just going to be a lot of issues along the way, but I can tell you definitively that it does work. You just need to put in the time, the effort, and understand that you're going to hit these road bumps and you need to get over them. Any sustainable business, any successful person is going to tell you the same thing. Nothing great comes easy. All right, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope it gave you some insight into what you need to not do and how to fix things when you're starting off dropshipping. And I know I talked about a good amount of topics in this video pretty briefly, like marketing angles and things like that. I do have full videos in depth on kind of everything that I talked about e-commerce and dropshipping related. They're all on my channel. So if you want to learn more in depth about each of those topics, make sure to check that out. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.